So there's a sequel to this game with another sequel that came out this month. I immediately thought, hey, how about I review all of these games? I obviously don't want to start with the third game. I think we should start from the start. Emily is Away, released in 2015 on Steam, and created in the Unity engine by one Kyle Seeley, whose resume is nothing but the 3 Emily is Away games. What is this game about? Well, the description of the game tells you it'll take you back to the old computer days of the early to mid 2000s. Not that I can relate because I'm 17. Of course, there's an undergoing plot in this game where you have to try and get a girl called Emily to hook up with you over the course of 5 years. I remember watching one of my younger brothers play it. To my recollection, I did way better than he did on my attempt, but I didn't succeed. Seriously, this might be one of the most relatable games I've ever played. Life simulators don't compare. This might just be one of the most down-to-earth games I've ever played, period. Trying to get a girl to like you and it being so hard for no good reason is a realistic concept for a game. I'm impressed at this game's writing. It doesn't tell a fantastical story like Lord of the Rings. This is just a brutal, realistic, real-life game, and it reflects on how much your average guy's life sucks. I had flashbacks to my many failures playing this game. It's right on the mark on how the average guy feels. But can I charm this Emily girl and get her to hook up with me? Let's find out. The game spans 5 chapters from 2002 to 2006. We get to choose a username and a real name for our player character. Let's see. Order 66. That'll do. But what about the real life name?
I am the Senate.
All done. Let's charm this girl. We also get to choose an icon for each year. Let's start talking. Well, first, we get to greet Emily however we like. I go with howdy. The conversation, of course, turns from this to that, like most conversations. Let's see what's going on here. Immediately, we get a minor choice like whether we like the band Coldplay or not. The Senate does not like Coldplay. Then the conversation goes into post-high school plans and deciding whether to go to a party or not. Obviously, the first chapter is just setting the scenes of what's to come. Also, a neat addition, you need to type in responses. Of course, it's never custom. You type stuff in with random letters and it puts the choice in. But it's there. Emily talks about a guy called Brad that, hint hint, is going to be her boyfriend later. We also get a choice on which school we'll go to. I decided to do an art school because Palps likes art. Anyways, on to the next level. 2003. I pick Pirates of the Caribbean, since it came out that year, and there wasn't much else that I liked. Let's now go to the next level. We are immediately left with bad news. Emily got Brad as her boyfriend, but there's a crack when she reveals that some of the time, not always, but some of the time, they argue heavily. Playing this game, I felt like a strategic mastermind, just desperately trying to win this game and thinking, based on Emily's personality, on how we should approach talking to her. It's how an actual person would do things. Since this is like a 30-minute game, I can't talk about much, but I want to cover everything in my playthrough. So next year, I don't know why it has to be every year, but whatever, we speak to, you guessed it, Emily again. Of course, there's going to be a subplot about another girl called Emma. Since I want to win this game, I just say she's a friend, because that's how it works around here. Once again, I'm playing as carefully as I can. We go on to talk about weekend plans, and she says she broke up with Brad last week. Now's our opportunity. Let's draw her in. Of course, I want to get her to like me, so I show sympathy instead of being a douche. Still, it's not that simple. And we're confronted with a big chance when she asks us a strange question. She recalls going back to 2002, where we got bored, went on a walk, and then asks us why we didn't kiss her. Well, at least I was prepared for this question when I saw my brother play it. I answered that I simply don't know. And after talking about the strange topic for a bit, we go on to talk about meeting up. I'll ditch a party I plan to go to so I can see Emily. And Emily asks us to bring alcohol. Yes, that is the perfect strategy. I like where this is going, but of course, next year, we find out that we didn't get her. God damn it, why does this game have to be so hard? Because as soon as we start talking, Emily discusses how she feels weird about us. And then she figures out when she catches on that we wanted to hook up with her last year. Uh-oh, what do I say? Well, it wouldn't hurt to tell the truth, so I say yeah. And she goes on about how we drank all night. Oh, god damn it, getting someone drunk to manipulate them accusations. Well, I say that I got drunk too. She goes on about how she had no intentions with hooking up with me. Well, now she feels weird about it. Then after a talk about school, and this Emma girl again, we hang up. Okay, we almost had it. So it's not like we can't try again. So we go on to talk about life in the next level, and damn it, she's back with Brad. And you can try to keep the conversation going, but guess what? She's not interested. So we're forced to just end the chat.
I'm sorry, sir. It's time for you to leave.
And that's the game. Half an hour that led to failure. I wanted to see what I could have done differently, and guess what? It turns out that it's impossible to get with Emily. No matter how hard you try, you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. This ending reminds me of the original Fallout. There is no happy ending. Either you join the super mutants and raid Vault 13, or you destroy their plans and get kicked out of Vault 13 anyways. It's an open-ended game, and you can't win. It would be nice to have a happy ending, but you can't. But that doesn't stop you from trying. Same with this game. I feel absolute pity for the Senate. I can only imagine how he's feeling. You don't get with Emily, and unfortunately you don't get with Emma either. Or anyone. This game has such a depressing ending, and I'm wondering what happens next. What happens to the Senate? Does he just be lonely for the rest of his life, or does he get a companion? That's pretty deep personal stuff for a game like this. Or maybe he becomes the Galactic Chancellor and then Emperor of the Galaxy, who knows. This game doesn't make me feel any better, but I guess it's not supposed to. The game is free on Steam, so if you want to try it out, it's there. I will probably review the sequels given the opportunity, which I wish it did. I want some closure, but that's the brutal reality. For a free game, I give it a 9 out of 10 for what it does. A text-based game should always aim to be as good as this. The main complaint I have is that I wish it was longer. 30 minutes is too short for even a free game. But hey, I'm not being ripped off. I'm JJ Plagiarisms. And until next time, what are stories about mystery boxes?